Cold Steel, Warm Bodies, and Warm Snow. You get all of that in Warm Snow. And this is a dark roguelike action game. Your warrior Bayan, I think that's how you pronounce it, on a crusade against the 5 great clans. And instead of cold snow falling to the ground, it falls warmly in this game. And those who inhaled the warm snow went crazy and became monsters in this game. So the strange phenomenon was later known as warm snow, hence the game's name. So you go on a quest to redeem sort of the world around you. I guess there was a curse. I watched the intro, kind of forgotten a bit, but there was like a curse or something put on because of the way I think everyone was fighting each other. And I think the gods weren't pleased with it. They weren't happy with it. And yeah, so it sort of feels like Hades in the medieval times, which actually makes this game sound more exciting than I found it. But especially since we're getting Hades 2 now, which was just announced. The animations and setting are interesting to see. It's got a style of its own, which is kind of cool. It's got a fairly unique look to it, but the biggest con really is the heavy grinding in this game, and it feels like this game is lacking the polish it needs to be. You know, just instead of being like a slightly above average game, it's good. It's not amazing. I didn't find it blow me away. I've seen some of the pictures of the bosses and they seem really cool, but like just getting there, like if the first 20% of your game I feel like isn't going to entice most people to keep playing, and if there's a lot of grinding, like even go to multiverses with all the grind that's needed to unlock costumes and cosmetics, people won't play that far unless they're really determined. You'll get the really hardcore gamers and people that love roguelikes in this case, but you won't get like everyone else, and I feel like that's this game's downfall. And yeah, it's impossible to read enemies' attacks as well. They may be facing away from you, and then all of a sudden they'll do a 180 and attack you. So that's a pretty crappy situation. The fact that, you know, they can attack from a different direction from where they're facing. Also, like, I was only playing for 15 minutes and I died, and I didn't have an incentive to continue playing. And it's not like the graphics were bad, but I suppose, like, unlike Hades, the game just has this general blandness. Like, the intro got me revved up, and then I got in the game and I wasn't revved to play the game. And like, it just seemed unexciting. And I've seen other people praise the combat system, the customization, all that. It's like, none of that matters. None of that matters if the game itself isn't going to lure someone in and entice them and keep them playing. You know, it can have the best customization in the world. It can have like 200 hours of upgrades. It doesn't matter if the game's not fun, as I've said many times before. Yeah, I couldn't explain it at first. It's just the game does not feel as rewarding as other roguelikes in the genre. And like, I couldn't finger point that at first, and then I realized, yeah, there's not really rewards. I wouldn't say it's even an immediate gratification thing. It's just, it doesn't feel rewarding enough to keep playing from the very beginning, and so the gameplay loop is not successful in enticing the player to continue playing. So I guess that's why, like, because it's the narrative is not as supported, and for me, I'm a very story-based gamer usually, multiverses being slightly different. If the narrative's not being supported as much as the grindfest that is expected of the player, gamers like myself will just lose interest. So yeah, I feel like the polish is what's holding this game back ultimately. It looks decent, plays decently, it's just missing that last bit of finesse to make it a memorable game, unfortunately. So it feels like, at best, it feels like a game that you'll play when you're bored of your favorite games, you're trying to find something to do, and it's like, oh, I got this game. It's a bit different from, say, Smash or Multiversus, whatever. I'll try it out. And it's like if you feel like playing a game that lacks a plot. There is a plot, but like, it's not supported by the actual in-game grinding. So yeah, that's why I feel like it's a 7 out of 10 game. It's not horrible, it's not amazing, It's just somewhere in the middle, slightly better than a 6, but I'll give it a 7. It's nowhere near as polished as many classics, and I've never felt addicted to keep playing after I died, as I said. And so unless you like samurais or roguelikes and you need something to play after Hades 1 and you're waiting for Hades 2, yeah, just play it until Hades 2 comes out, and that's the best option I can say. I feel like not many people know about this game, which is a shame, but at the same time it's not as polished, as flashy as Hades, for example, again. So beware the warm snow. It could be warm piss. Keep on gaming, and you know, try the warm snow if you really need to, but it's not as enticing as other snow and other video games, roguelikes. So keep on gaming. Ciao.